AA.2. Okay, and you can work through some of these with me. Maybe working with me will help you out there. Okay, so go to AA.2, and we're going to work through some of these, and this is kind of how we're going to do our notes today. All right. So I'll give you a second to get there. All right, so again, we're in Unit 7. All right, and we are on systems of equations. Okay, so systems of equations, we have two linear equations. All right, and what we're doing with today, we're dealing with the graphing portion. All right, so we're going to be graphing these. Now, when we're graphing these, the first thing that we're going to do with both of these is we want to make sure they're in slope-intercept form. Okay. If they are, they don't have to be, because I told you guys you could use your Desmos calculator. But to ensure this is easy on us, okay, what we want to do, we want to be sure both equations are in slope intercept form. All right, which is y equals mx plus b. So we want to make sure our y is by itself. So when I look at these, I have y by itself, I have y by itself. We're good there. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of repeat what we did in class the other day. All right. So my step one, what we're going to look at, we're going to identify the slope and y-intercept of both equations. What this is going to do is this is going to help you, all right, to start your graphing, okay? Because we know the graphing, we have y-intercept and we have the slope. We can identify those two things, we can graph, all right? So for this first equation, I'm going to make this, we'll make it green, all right? So my y-intercept here, y equals mx plus b. My y-intercept is this number out here. It's going to be 7, okay? And my slope, whatever's multiplied to x, is here, which is negative 3/5. So we've identified that. And my other one, my y-intercept, is this number out here, which is 3. And my slope, my number that's being multiplied to x, 1/5. Okay, so we've identified those things. Now you don't have to do this. This is a good step to ensure that you have those little bits of information that you need before you start graphing. All right, and my last step, we're going to graph both equations on the same graph. Okay, so my first one, my y-intercept is 7. So our y-intercept, this is where we cross the y-axis. So I go to 7, I'll make my point here. I'm going to use my slope. And again, for this first line, I would make as many points as possible. That way you cover all those points. So when you graph your second equation, a lot of times it'll be easy to find your solution. So our slope is negative 3/5. So I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to do another point, down 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can make one more. If I go back to my y-intercept, we can go the opposite direction. I can go up 3 and left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we're just going to draw our line here the best that we can. There's our first line. And now our second line, we shouldn't need as many points because we've already identified all these points here. because our intersection point is going to be our solution. My y-intercept is 3, my y-axis, plot my 3 here, and my slope is 1/5. I'm going to go up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already have my intersection point. That's all the points I need to draw there and sketch that line, okay? And now, the point that we have right here, okay, this is our solution, all right? So my solution is going to be 5, 4. 5, 4, okay? And if you want to, right over here, the solution, this is where the two lines intersect. Okay, the solution is where the two lines intersect. So this point right here, our intersection point, that's going to be my solution there. All right, and that's it. So we're going to graph those two lines, and where they intersect, that's our solution. So let's go through some of these. And again, you can go through these on your Excel. So maybe we can get that covered. So when our Excel does come up, you'll have that complete already. Let me find my mouse first. I don't know what I've done. There it is. Hiding right here on my computer. All right. So I'm going to graph this one. We just graphed it together. We're going to graph it. So we're going to get this Excel here. So again, for my first one down at the bottom, I'm going to make sure I got it clicked, my blue line here. So -3/5 plus 7. So I'm going to 7. I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The good thing about Excel, you do that one point, it covers them all for you. We'll click on our green one. My y-intercept is 3. I'm going to go up 1 over 5, which is there. And it gives me my solution of, whoops, get out the way there. We said 5, 4. You got it. All right. So let's look at another one here. Now let's graph this. Okay, and we're going to use our Desmos here. I know we've used it in class. We're going to use our Desmos again to kind of show you how that works so you have it recorded. So I'm going to click on my first one, y = x - 2. My y-intercept is this number out here, which is -2. So I go down to -2. And when we have a number by itself, if there's nothing there, all right, we say that that has a slope of 1. If the number is 1, which means I'm going to go up 1 over 1. All right, so here you're just going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. All right, there's that line. So we'll click our green one here. My y-intercept is 4. I go up to 4, plot my point. -x means it's -1. So I'm going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, and you keep going. Now, what if you don't know that intersection point? Okay, maybe you get confused with your points. Well, let's pull our Desmos up. So we go back to the site here. We'll click our calculator, and we're going to click Math Tools. Go to Graphing Calculator. So my first equation was y = x - 2. So if I click here, and I'm just going to type in y = x - 2, it graphed that line for me. And my next one was y = it was -x and plus 4. So -x plus 4 is graphed it. And maybe I don't know what this point is. So if I just click here, it tells me that point is 3, 1. So I can go back to my Excel, scroll down, I can click here, 3, 1. You can also check to make sure you graphed it correctly. I know here that if I go over 3, up 1, that is my intersection point. Done. All right. So I know at home, yours are different than mine, okay? So maybe by me going through these, and I'll just do a couple more, it gives you that reassurance that you're doing it right, okay? So look at this one. Y = -x - 3 is my green one. My y-intercept is -3. I go down to 3. And -x, which is -1, down 1 over 1. There's that point. My blue one, y = 3. Remember, when we have a number by itself, or I'm sorry, a y by itself, and it's just a 3 or a number, that is a horizontal line. Okay, if it's x, it's a vertical line. So with the horizontal line, y equals 3, I know my y-axis, I'm going to 3 for sure, okay, which is here. All right, it means y is always 3. So no matter what my x is, y is always going to be 3, meaning that that's my intersection point right there. And again, if this confuses you, okay, use your Desmos calculator. Maybe you forgot how to graph y equals 3 or x equals 3. Use your resources. So go back here. I know that this was, oh, come on now. This was negative x minus 2, and this was just y equals 3. Type in y equals 3, it'll give me that graph right there. Y equals 3, this horizontal line. Okay, so anytime you're confused, there's no need to just panic. You can always go to your Desmos calculator and just verify and double check for yourself. So this is negative 5, 3. I go back, double check. Oh, this has negative 6, 3. That's because I typed it in wrong. It's minus 3. Way to go, Reed. There we go. Now, negative 6, 3. So over negative 6 up 3, and that's my solution. So negative 6, 3. Well done. So 3 questions. We're already smart score of 32. So I'll do one more here. So this first one, the green one, negative 4. Okay, my y-intercept is negative 4. Go down to negative 4. Slope is negative 3 over 2. I can go 1, 2, 3, right 2. There's my line. X equals negative 2. So if you're confused, x equals negative 2, just go here. Just type it in here. X equals negative 2. What happened there? X equals negative 2. And it shows me it is a vertical line at negative 2. So I can go back. I can go negative 2. I'll click this first. And I can make my vertical line. It tells me my solution is negative 2, negative 1. So negative 2, negative 1. So, couple reminder, just remember when we're graphing these, okay, y-intercept first, then your slope. All right? And that's all that you have to